I'm gonna snap out of it and start playing better. I've been pretty shit these last few games.
I'm gonna play worse.
Okay, we'll balance it out then.
Alright, good shit.
GMan brings in the A1 just to prove that LRMs are
Yep.
plenty.
That's exactly what it is.
In before 12 light mechs and they're all swarming you.
I'd probably killed 2 of them before they got in range.
Now, you know, obviously, one thing to consider is who you're playing with, how good they are, as well. I mean, just gonna toss that out there, G-Man.
In terms of...
Even pugs. I mean, if you're in a 4-man, if you're dropping with guys that are really good and know what they're doing, you're probably going to be pretty damn effective in your learn book.
Yeah. I mean, I posted a video the other day after I made my controversial post on Reddit of me and a few other guys running LRM boats and just wiping everyone else off the map. And it got a little bit of... Actually, it didn't get any attention. The post got plenty of hate, but this is just me continuing to prove that point.
No, all of my no-skill auto-aim weapons. Like, really, is it too much to ask for to introduce a, like, actual aiming skill into it? Like, the most aiming skill I see is Trev doing his sweet little pop-up, fire over cover, and then pop back down for the lock. Like, that's sick. Like, I've seen nobody else do that.
It's effective.
They're pushing right side, J7.
Trev is OP.
So, like, that sort of, like, skill should be rewarded in anything. But...
You do always have in games low skill weapons entry, I mean, that are easy. Snipe rifles for the most part.
But
they
are auto-aim.
No, hey, I'm not arguing. I'm saying there are weapons that require low skill.
LRMs are the noob tube of MWO though, but the problem is that they're actually useful.
Yeah, and when those things are used, they're deliberately set to be nowhere near as good if you actually do things properly.
Balancing for skill.
Contact, Ms. Bravo.
Roger.
By himself.
So if we were to go that route, that's fine. I think it's a shame, because you could turn it into a skill weapon as well, with some tweaks. Perhaps not as much of a skill weapon, but more of a skill weapon than it is now.
God, I'm playing so bad.
I just don't know making it heavy, or it would have to be like a moderate skill level. The main reason is because of all the things that stacked up against it, for the most part, ECM, team coordination, stuff like that. Would we just go right back to the same thing of just them not being used because there is a skill ceiling to it? I'm not saying it's bad to have skill ceiling. I'm just tossing it out there. You throw any type of, you know, skill and something that is very situational as is.
As long as your man's auto-aim, yeah, there's a point where you develop as a pilot to where they shouldn't be used as a main weapon. Having like one auxiliary like LRM 20 or whatever is fine, but if you're boating like an LRM 60 awesome as your main mech, that should have a skill cap associated with it.
That's also why I support like switching the interaction with ECM out of a binary relationship, perhaps making ECM just lock range is reduced to, oh, say, 500 or 450 base instead of the 800 base. So that prevents like the long range 900 meter lurming, but if you want to do close support lurming, which is actually a thing, and it was actually a really good thing back when brawling was king, like 350, 400 meter lurming, that's fine. You're riding the edge. Yeah, you're not going to be using an assault mech for it. You're going to be using like a cat or a medium with fast lurms to maintain that range on the brawlers. That to me was the most balanced and rewarding use of lurms, was playing a close support fast lurm mode. And it was, in those days, more effective than just running a big one and sitting behind and not keeping up. And like that's the issue, is that they're balancing kind of around the big fat learn boats, but the big fat learn boats are the most effective if they keep this system.
I mean, what I wanted was like LRM cam, because I always loved that aiming system, even though it's usually not associated with good weapons. But then, like, you're kind of locked into LRM boating.
Yeah, but LRM cam you can use the like spot behind the hills and shit. So
Yeah.
That's it. That's why it had to be something where you also have to get the lock on the enemy.
We got a Kintaro over here, K5.
At least for streaks, what I'd like to see is you instantly lose lock if you
Got the other leg.
miss something. Like if you can't keep your target, you instantly lose lock. The streaks instantly explode. They do no damage. As a corollary, the streaks will auto shoot CT, but damage will also be reduced to 2. That's how you fix streaks, or at least make them less of a hard counter to light mechs, because you could dodge the fire. But as a reward, you're constantly going to be hitting CT, which is very effective.
you're just saying that because you drive a fire starter and you can shield, and you hate the Jenner.
Well, the Jenner can still shield against streaks. I mean, sort of.
There's maybe a 20-degree arc where it can shield.
Yeah, that's enough. Kind of.
Alright, let's see the results.
They automatically hit CT anyway with the streaks as they currently are. There's just
It's a
CT
good
so big.
map for LRMs again.
It is a good map for LRMs, I know. But it shouldn't be that good.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that good at all. Do you feel like you did anything, GMan?
Nope. I sat behind a hill and held my button down.
Well, Addy and Sean and GMan and others did all the hard work.
Yes, I'm GMan.
GMan leached.